And nursing facilities can now have cameras installed in their rooms. This comes after Governor DeWine signed Esther's law. Now, Esther Piskor was a victim of elder abuse. Her son, Steve, has been fighting for more than a decade to get legislation passed allowing the cameras.
Hi, my name is Steve Piskor, and many of you know Esther's law went into effect on March 23rd of this year. Today is 3 weeks it's been into effect. Esther's law is for cameras in Ohio nursing homes. This law requires nursing homes to allow a resident to put a camera in their loved one's nursing home room. In the past couple of weeks, there have been some complaints, not many, some complaints about nursing homes trying to do something to discourage families from putting a camera in. And we have been addressing these situations, and we did come up with some kind of a solution to it, which we are going to implement, and I'm going to tell you about today. Nursing homes know that they can't refuse a request for a camera. So we got a few nursing homes that want to try and play a game, and they want to charge outrageous fees for installation and dictate what camera that families can use. And they even went so far as try to get a family to sign their rights away for liability, which we've determined that is against the law. I have been reaching out to, of course, the sponsors of this legislation, which Senator Antonio, Senator Brenner are refusing to do anything about this. So I did talk to some local ombudsmen, and they have been able to resolve these problems. Yesterday I got a call from the state ombudsman, and she told me basically the same thing. She said any complaints that they've got, they were able to resolve them. The thing that we have concerns about is not so much about the complaints, because they are being resolved, and nursing homes know that they can't get away with what they're doing. But the ombudsman, the state ombudsman, said there's no reason for any of this to be happening because the law is the law, and it does tell them how the camera is supposed to go. The overcharge that they're trying to charge, were trying to charge as much as $200 for installation, and you can't charge people on Medicaid and Medicare for $200 that are getting a little bit of money a month. So it's nothing but retaliation out of it. So we talked about the situation and what we can do about it, and like I say, the ombudsman said, they can only handle these issues on a case-by-case basis. They can't do it as a whole. So I told him, I said, the Department of Health needs to make an interpretation of this law to nursing homes, which people that are putting cameras already in nursing homes, and the way any issues have been resolved, that's the way the law goes. I mean, it's not going their way, it's going the way the law is supposed to be going. So the state ombudsman agreed that they need to do that. So what we're going to do from this point on is that we need people who are having problems, any kind of problems. If you're having problems with the nursing home for an installation, or if you're having problems afterwards, after you get the camera installed, we need you to contact the ombudsman. And what's going to happen is the ombudsman is not going to resolve these cases on their own any longer. What they are going to do is they are going to file complaints directly to the Department of Health. Now, when the ombudsman files a complaint to the Department of Health must answer the complaint within 10 days. So we're hoping that these complaints will be substantiated, and this will also get Senator Antonio and Senator Brenner out from their hiding place. It'll force them out to address these situations. So the ombudsman needs people to call them if they're having these problems, and don't file the complaint yourself. Let the ombudsman file the complaint. They need to get the Department of Health needs to be involved in this, and it is in the law that the Department of Health is the governing agency, and they have to investigate complaints, and they're the ones that do the fining, and they're the ones that determine everything about the law. I did also email all 132 Ohio legislatures and the governor, and out of all of them, only one person responded, and they said they'll take a look at it. I appreciate all of them because they did pass this legislation, but it doesn't stop there. I mean, they do need to make sure laws are being implemented correctly. That's why we elected them. I mean, all 99 House representatives, all 33 senators, and the governor are up for elections this year. So I'm asking all of you to contact your Ohio representatives and let them know that they need to help to get this issue resolved too. Let them know that this is an election year, and we are looking at who helps and who doesn't help. I mean, there's 965 nursing homes in Ohio, and there's well over 1 million residents. And if we just double that number to include family members, that's 2 million people. I mean, that could sway any election and any district and elect the governor. So these are things that need to be done. Need to start looking at these legislators that are going to help to stop nursing home abuse. But these nursing homes that are trying to discourage families that are doing this, I mean, it raises red flags, and it raises red flags also to the Ombudsman and the Department of Health as to what is their reasoning that they're so afraid of a camera. I mean, obviously, they know something that we don't, and I would tell families that you need to be vigilant on what's going on in your nursing home that is giving a hard time to put a camera in there as to why. My recommendation is, if they don't allow you to put the camera in, put a hidden camera in. Don't worry about the law. Catch whatever's going on. If they got rampant abuse in their nursing homes, and that's the reasoning for trying to stop these Esther's law from being implemented, then we need to stop them. So, I mean, this is a big concern of us, of what is their reasoning to stop this. I mean, if they're not doing anything wrong, they should embrace this law, just like many nursing homes around Ohio are. So this does draw red flags, and you need to be very vigilant on what's going on in these nursing homes that are trying to stop these cameras. So you do need to do something about it. Don't let them get away with it. So remember, all the ombudsmen around the state, all the district ombudsmen have been informed on this issue of what's going to happen. So make sure you do call your ombudsman if you're having complaints, if you have any problems before or after the installation of the camera, because so they can file a complaint with the Department of Health. And the Department of Health has been informed that this is going to be the standard procedure until they get this corrected, until they get this problem fixed. We don't believe that's going to happen a lot. I mean, once there's the Department of Health substantiates claims, I mean, it sets the law, and nursing homes will stop. So keep following this page. We're going to have some more media coverage on this issues, and I'll give more updates as we move along on what's happening from the Department of Health and from legislatures. And don't forget to contact your state legislature. I'll put a link in the comments to this section on how you can find them. And if you're not from Ohio, call them anyways. And lastly, I would like to see a group of advocates get together and start a nationwide alliance of advocate groups. I mean, there's so many of them out there that it doesn't benefit all of us to be separated. Together we can all change laws, we can elect officials across the country. I mean, if Ohio has 1 million and we did it times 50, that's 50 million, and we could elected a president. You know, it's not impossible to do. And right now is the time to do it, because this is the time where things are moving and things are happening. Because of Esther's law, there's been a couple of states that have introduced camera laws. So this does happen in other states. And I just think if we can get together and start this alliance of advocate groups, we can turn out to be something big.